Check, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have sound. Okay, people, we have sound, and we, I believe, are going to get ready to start. People online, we had to reset a couple of things. I do apologize for the delay, but we are going to start momentarily. Thank you so much.
Welcome everybody to our Christmas program. It looks a little different this year. Normally, as you know, we would be all dressed up and we would be in the Holy Family Center performing for our parents, but we had to get a little creative and we had to think of a different way that we could celebrate the very, very special birth of Jesus in a different way. And so I know all of you have been working so very hard over the last couple of weeks coming up with a program for your particular class. We're very excited to hear what you've come up with. But before we get started, I want to invite Mrs. Gase to come up. We have a very, very special award to give out to one of our students who participated in a competition. And so Mrs. Gase is going to tell you all about that.
Thank you. All right, good afternoon, students. This student drew a picture for last year's Missionary Childhood Association Christmas contest. And this student is in 1A, and she is receiving honorable mention for her work. And I'm going to also send her the letter home with her. So this is from Sister Ava, who comes to visit us every year. Many of you know her. Dear student, on behalf of the Missionary Childhood Association, I would like to congratulate you for taking part in our annual Christmas art contest. Your drawing was selected and recognized from all schools that participated in our diocese. Please receive this frame, and it's a framed copy, it's a framed version of her picture, as a recognition for sharing your faith with so many children. And it's signed by Sister Ava, and she sends her prayers and love. So thank you. And I forgot to say who it was. It's Maddie Nolan in 1A. So Maddie, come on up. Did your teacher tell you that was going to happen? Great, here's Maddie, and I'm giving her back her picture. And Maddie, I'm going to give you the letter and send it with your teacher, okay?
And to turn it around so
Yeah. All right, okay, you go back to your seat now. You know what, I'm going to sign it too.
Congratulations, Maddie. And I know that Missionary Childhood Association is having another Christmas contest, so maybe some of you will participate in that this year, and you will be recognized next year. All right, without any further ado, let's get started. We would like to have our student council members introduce our performers, and of course, we're always going to be great listeners and applaud them when they're finished with their presentation. So, our first student council member, come on up and you can introduce the first class. We have our president coming up.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Christmas celebration. All the classes have been working really hard to prepare for this program, and we are excited to hear one another perform. So without further delay, let's get started. Leading us off this afternoon will be our second grade classes. They will be performing the Baker's Dozen Readers Theater. To help us understand why a baker's dozen is 13 and not 12.
the line, please. On the line. On the line. The white line. Come on up. There you go.
In the Dutch colonial town, later known as Albany, New York, there lived a baker, Van Amsterdam, who was as honest as he could be.
Back that way. The other way. John, let's go.
Each morning he checked and balanced his scales, and he took great care to give his customers exactly what they paid for, not more and not less.
Van Amsterdam's shop was always busy because people trusted him, and because he was a good baker as well. And never was the shop busier than the days before December 6th, when the Dutch celebrated St. Nicholas Day. At that time of year, people flocked to his shop to buy his fine St. Nicholas cookies. Made of gingerbread, iced in red and white, they looked just like St. Nicholas as the Dutch know him. Tall and thin, with a high red bishop's cap and a long red bishop's cloak. One St. Nicholas Day morning, the baker was just ready when the door of his shop flew open. In walked the old woman wrapped in a long black shawl. I have come for a dozen of your St. Nicholas cookies. Taking a tray, Van Amsterdam counted out 12 cookies. He started to wrap them, but the woman reached out and stopped him. I asked for a dozen. You have only given me 12.
Madam, everyone knows that a dozen is 12.
But I say a dozen is 13. Give me one more. Van Amsterdam was not a man to bear foolishness. Madam, my customers get exactly what they pay for, not more and not less. Then you may keep the cookies. She turned to go, but stopped at the door. Van Amsterdam, however honest you may be, your heart is small and your fist is tight. Fall again, mount again, learn how to count again. Then she was gone.
Michael.
From that day, everything went wrong in Van Amsterdam's bakery.
His bread rose too high or not at all?
His pies were sour or too sweet. His cakes crumbled or were chewy. His cookies were burnt or doughy. His customers soon noticed the difference. Before long, most of them were going to other bakers. That old woman has bewitched me. Is this how my honesty is rewarded? A year passed. The baker grew poorer and poorer. Since he sold little, he baked little, and his shelves were nearly bare. His last few customers slipped away. Finally, on the day before St. Nicholas Day, not one customer came to Van Amsterdam's shop. At day's end, the baker sat alone staring at his unsold St. Nicholas cookies. I wish St. Nicholas could help me now. Then he closed his shop and went sadly to bed.
That night, the baker had a dream. He was a boy again, one in a crowd of happy children, and there in the midst of them was St. Nicholas himself.
The bishop's white horse stood beside him, its baskets filled with gifts. Nicholas pulled out one gift after another and handed them to the children. But Van Amsterdam noticed something strange. No matter how many presents Nicholas passed out, there were always
more he took from the baskets, the more they seemed to hold.
Then Nicholas handed a gift to Van Amsterdam. It was one of the baker's own St. Nicholas cookies. Van Amsterdam looked up to thank him, but it was no longer St. Nicholas standing there. Smiling down at him was the old woman with the long black shawl.
Van Amsterdam awoke with a start. Moonlight shone through the half-closed shutters as he lay there thinking.
I always give my customers exactly what they pay for, not more and not less. But why not give more?
The next morning, St. Nicholas Day, the baker rose early. He mixed his gingerbread dough and rolled it out. He molded the shapes and baked them. He iced them in red and white to look just like St. Nicholas, and the cookies were as fine as any he had made. Van Amsterdam had just finished when the door flew open. In walked the old woman with the long black shawl. I have come for a dozen of your St. Nicholas cookies.
In great excitement, Van Amsterdam counted out 12 cookies and one more.
In this shop, from now on, a dozen is 13.
You have learned to count well. You surely be rewarded. She paid for the cookies and started out, but as the door swung shut, the baker's eyes seemed to play a trick on him.
He thought he glimpsed the tail end of a long red cloak. As the old woman foretold, Van Amsterdam was rewarded. When people heard he counted 13 as a dozen, he had more customers than ever.
In fact, Van Amsterdam grew so wealthy that the other bakers in town began doing the same.
From there, the practice spread to other towns and at last through all the American colonies. And this, they say, is how 13 became the baker's dozen. A custom common for over a century.
And alive in some places to this day.
3, 2, 1. Take her back.
Grade 4.
Next, the fabulous 4th grade students would like to share a version of the legend of the poinsettia with you. They have been preparing throughout the Advent season. Enjoy.
Maria and Pablo lived in a tiny village in Mexico. Because Christmas at their house did not include many gifts, Maria and Pablo looked forward to the Christmas festivities at the village church with great joy and anticipation.
To honor the birth of Christ, the church displayed a beautiful manger that drew crowds of admirers. Villagers walked miles to admire the manger, bringing lovely, expensive gifts for the baby Jesus. As Maria and Pablo watched the villagers place their gifts in the soft hay around the manger, they felt sad. They had no money to buy gifts for their family and no money to buy gifts for the baby Jesus.
One Christmas Eve, Maria and Pablo walked to the church for their evening services, wishing desperately they had a gift to bring. Just then, a soft glowing light shone through the darkness, and a shadowy outline of an angel appeared above them.
Maria and Pablo were afraid, but the angel comforted them, instructing them to pick some of the short green weeds that were growing by the road. They should bring the plants to the church, the angel explained, and place them near the manger as their gift to the baby Jesus. Then, just as quickly as she had appeared, the angel was gone, leaving Maria and Pablo on the road, looking up into the dark sky. Confused but excited, the children filled their arms with large bunches of the green weeds and hurried off to the church.
When the children entered the church, many of the villagers turned to stare. As Maria and Pablo began placing the weeds around the manger, some of the villagers laughed at them. "Why are those children putting weeds by the manger?" they asked each other. Maria and Pablo began to feel embarrassed and ashamed of their gift to the baby Jesus. But they stood bravely near the manger, placing the plants in the soft hay as the angel had instructed.
Suddenly, the dull green leaves on the tops of the plants began to turn a beautiful shade of red, surrounding the baby with beautiful blooms. The laughing villagers became silent as they watched the green plants transform into the lovely star-shaped crimson flowers we call poinsettias. As they watched the weeds bloom before their eyes, Maria and Pablo knew they had no reason to be ashamed anymore. They had given baby Jesus the only gift they could, and it was the most beautiful gift of all.
Today, poinsettias are a traditional symbol of Christmas, thanks to young Maria and Pablo and their special gifts to baby Jesus. The version of the story we shared was written by Stephanie Herbeck.
Our special gift for you and the baby Jesus has been our prayers throughout the whole Advent season. Your names are written on all the petals of these poinsettias, and may God bless you throughout the whole Christmas season.
Kindergarten.
Dylan follows after me. Robbie. Good job. Right here. And
Our kindergartners are now going to delight you with their singing of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then they will honor the reason for the Christmas season by singing Happy Birthday, Jesus.
8th grade. Enjoy this rap version of Angels We Have Heard on High, performed by our 8th grade students.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plain, and the mountains in reply echo back their joyous strains, saying, oh, 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 yeah. In excelsis Dei, hey, oh, hey, 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 shalom, oh, 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 yeah. In excelsis Dei, hey, oh, hey, 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 shepherds, why this jubilee? Fly your joyous strains along. And when it is hiding deep, when you start your heavenly song, say, oh, 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 yeah. In excelsis Dei, hey, oh, hey, 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 say, oh, 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 yeah. In excelsis Dei, hey, oh, hey, hey, hey.
Grade 3.
I'm so scared, but I want to stage right. This is like me doing stage right.
Next, we have our third grade classes performing the Jesse Tree song. The tradition of the Jesse Tree is very old Christmas tradition that first started around the medieval times. The Jesse Tree tells the story of the Bible from the creation to the Christmas story. The name comes from Jesse, who was the father of the great Jewish king, David.
Sitting with my brothers, sitting with my sisters, sitting by the Jesse tree. Waiting with my brothers, waiting with my sisters, waiting by the Jesse tree. Why are you waiting, boys? Why are you waiting, girls? Who are you waiting for? Stand up and sing. Here comes the King. Here comes the Lord of Lords. That's who we're waiting for. Little boys will bring lions to the spring. Little girls will bring calves there too. The wolf will live in peace with the lamb. The cows and the bears will make friends. They will not fight. They will not bite. They know he's coming too. Stand up and sing. Here comes the King. Here comes the Lord of Lords. That's who we're waiting for. Gonna be a great day. Gonna take the night away. We'll sing and dance and jump and run. It could be fun, like playing in the sun. That great day when he comes. Stand up and sing. Here comes the King. Here comes the Lord of Lords. That's who we're waiting for. That's who we're waiting for. That's who we're waiting for. Head up. Fifth grade.
If you're not doing anything, okay, speaker, on me. Line up in order.
Just leave it there. We like the same
Matthew.
The fifth graders will now present Christmas traditions and our holiday wishes.
Welcome to St. Michael's School. Fifth grade is super excited to celebrate Christmas this year, so we can remember the day Jesus was born. You may not know this, but our fifth grade loves to draw, sometimes maybe a bit too much. All of fifth grade has created Christmas murals that showcase some of our favorite holiday traditions. So tune in as fifth grade homeroom cherish these moments that make Christmas so special to us. Let's begin with 5C. We are very proud to present this work of art. This is a masterpiece mural of our shared traditions, like baking cookies, decorating Christmas trees, visiting relatives, and much more. These are just a small portion of Christmas traditions that we love and cherish.
Our first tradition is putting up decorations on a family Christmas tree. We all have the experience of our siblings fighting over the placement of the ornaments and our mom rearranging the ornaments once we go to sleep. Putting up ornaments with the family members is a great way to lift the Christmas spirit.
Another love moment our families share is putting up a manger scene. Our families put up a manger scene to remind us of Jesus' birth. But to those little kids who are watching, the sheep are not tea party guests.
A great tradition is visiting relatives and friends. It is very fun seeing people you have not seen in a while. This is a great tradition because you are able to reconnect with the ones you love.
Another tradition we all love is baking cookies. We put the freshly baked oven cookies on a tray and our families gathered around. We spread the icing as fast as possible before we let our mischievous little siblings eat all the frosting. After that, we put the cookies on our best platter, pour a frosted glass of milk, especially for jolly old Saint Nick. And if we have a few extra carrots, we don't forget to leave those out for the reindeer too.
I know it's hard to believe, but there are more traditions we have, like opening presents, whether on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. This is a tradition that our families love. This tradition gives an element to surprise kids and adults. This is a great tradition that everyone loves, shares, and awaits.
Another tradition is going to Mass on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. We all go there to celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. We light the 5 Advent candles to remind us about the long journey to Bethlehem. We remember the time when Mary and Joseph found the stable where Jesus was born.
Merry Christmas from 5C.
Hi, my name is Chloe Lopez, and I am from 5B. 5B has many wonderful traditions. They are all here on this mural. 5B is a wonderful around the holidays or not. A tradition I do with my family is decorating our tree as a family. I am putting up the star this year. After we've all had our share of putting up ornaments, we have some peppermint cookies. I love decorating the tree because when you smell the refreshing smell of the pine, it reminds me of Christmas. Quick question, does your dog lift water under your Christmas tree and eat the tree pines too? Merry Christmas and have a holy break.
Hello, my name is Amelia Estrada. My family tradition is that every year my mom buys gingerbread man or gingerbread houses, and we decorate them every year. They are super fun to decorate, and we can get ready for the winter holidays. But we don't always eat it because they sometimes are fake or taste weird. But it is always fun to get around the table and spend time with my family. I even sometimes do it with friends. I love to taste all the little candies and frosting. Thank you and have a Merry, Merry Christmas.
Hello, my name is McKinley Myra, and my tradition is every Christmas morning, my family and I wake up to go to the tree and open presents. We all take turns opening the presents, and sometimes we even get to open presents with our grandparents. It's really fun opening them with my grandparents because they live in San Francisco, so I love to spend time with them. It's also really fun watching my family opening presents I give them. It's also an amazing time because we're listening to Christmas music and we're just having so much fun. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Good afternoon. My name is Kate Friedman. My family tradition is that we have hot chocolate in the morning. I love drinking warm hot chocolate with little marshmallows while opening presents and celebrating Christ's birth. Having hot chocolate reminds me of family fun. I also drew a sign that says Hot Chocolate Village because I remember watching the movie Elf while drinking hot chocolate, and I love seeing the cool village names in the movie Elf. Merry Christmas.
Hi, my name is Tyler Bandel, and my Christmas tradition is every year we get to open one present on Christmas Eve night. We do this after we eat our Christmas Eve meal. We rip the wrapping paper as my parents sit and watch. We do this every year and we love it. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello, my name is Matthew Bolger. My favorite Christmas tradition is decorating the Christmas tree with my family. In addition, I am in charge of placing the lights that can change colors. We also put out cookies and milk for Santa. If you're having trouble seeing them, they kind of look like meatballs. Then on Christmas Day, I get presents and spend the day with my family. It is the best.
Hello, my name is Ella Holland, and during this holiday season, we wanted to express our holiday wish for you all. Our hope is during this difficult and scary period, you all can take the time necessary to remember and remind yourselves of the importance of joy in your lives. To remember that even though we must keep our distance from each other, you are not alone, and that together we can triumph over any hardship. Wish you a safe, healthy, and joyful holiday season. 5B wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Hello, St. Michael's. We are 5A, and we would also like to share our Christmas traditions and holiday wishes with you. We wish you all peace, love, joy, and hope this Advent season. We wish for all of our family, friends, and people to be safe and healthy during these hard times. Merry Christmas.
Our mural is full of 5A Christmas traditions. Many of us are looking forward to the tradition of getting to open one present on Christmas Eve. We all enjoy getting together with our families at Christmas time, especially our grandparents. We are lighting our Advent candles and attending Mass are a big part of our traditions as well. Feliz Navidad.
Many of us have special cultural traditions too. In our class, one of them is to celebrate Noche Buena on Christmas Eve and reenact Mary and Joseph's search for shelter the night Jesus was born, called Las Posadas. Another tradition with our Filipino families is to attend Simbang Gabi, Mass at night, in preparation for Christmas Day. In normal times, the families would get together for a big meal afterwards. Maligayang Pasko!
But most of all this Christmas, our wish for our community and the world is that COVID-19 would go away and never come back. Pozdravляем вас с Рождеством. Желаем вам счастья и здоровья. This means we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you to be happy and healthy in Russian.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, grade 7? Grade 7 has selected the modern Christmas song, Mary Did You Know, to recite. The lyrics to this 20th century song are asking Mary if she knew the eventual significance and salvation her son Jesus Christ would have for mankind and the miracles he would perform. In the Christmas tradition, this song celebrates the birth of Jesus as a gift from God.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you kiss the face of God. The deaf will hear, and the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? The sleeping child you're holding is the great I am.
Yeah, we killed that.
Grade 1. The fabulous first graders will now sing "O Come All Ye Faithful" in Latin and English, followed by a rendition of "Up on the Housetop."
Praise
figure out this traditional Christmas story performed in Spanish and English by our Spanish class students.
Was the night before Christmas, and all through the casa, not a creature was stirring. Caramba, que pasa? Los niños were tucked away in their camas, some in long underwear, some in pajamas, while hanging their stockings with mucho cuidado, in hopes that old Santa would feel obligado to bring all the children, both buenos and malos, a nice bunch of dulces and other regalos. Outside in the yard there arose un grito, and I jumped to my feet like a frightened cabrito. I ran to the window and looked out afuera, and who in the world do you think that he era? Saint Nick in his sleigh in a big red sombrero came dashing along like a loco bombero, and pulling his sleigh instead of regalos were 8 little burros approaching volando. I watched as it came, and this quaint little hombre was shouting and whistling and calling my nombre. Ay Pancho, ay Pepe, ay Cuco, ay Beto, ay Chaco, ay Choco, Maruco, y Nieto. Then standing erect with his hands on his pecho, he flew to the top of our very own techo. And like a bola jalea, he snuggled the streets down our old chimenea. Then huffing and puffing at last in our sala, with suit smeared all over his suit de gala, he filled all the stockings with lively regalos, not for the niños that had been very malos. Chuckling aloud, seeming very contento, he turned like a flash and was gone comiendo. And I heard him exclaim, yes, verdad, Merry Christmas to all. Y Feliz Navidad!
Stop. This chocolate just broke. Did? Yeah. Okay. Julia, you're gonna introduce first. Okay. Do I stand in front of this mat thing?
Yep.
Right now?
Go, Julia. You want me to do this? Yes, Julia.
Do I start?
Go ahead, Julia.
Good afternoon. My name is Julia and I'm in 6th grade. This year, 6th grade will be playing chimes for the first time. First, we will have 6B playing the first Noel and Silent Night. 6C is playing White Christmas and Away in a Manger. 6A is playing Santa Claus is Coming to Town and We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Enjoy.
have to change it. No, it's fine. We have that. Okay, ready, everyone? Okay, ready, get ready. Wait. Is this? Not yet, not yet. All right, okay, ready? Go. 3, 2, 1.
And I know we're running a little bit over, but we need to do one more thing before I dismiss you for the afternoon. I'm going to have Mr. Cosworth turn the cameras around, and we're all going to sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas to our parents who are watching the program, all right? So go ahead and stay seated, and we're all going to sing together. 1, 2, 3. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody, and Merry Christmas, everybody. Boys and girls, one quick